Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is how to manage your finances, your money when feeling broke at university. I am basically going to be doing a university series just to give you some tips and advice which I wish I had whilst at university. Some of these tips I even implemented whilst at university, but more so within my life as an adult when moving away from home and having to survive. So here it goes. Being broke at university is not fun. Being broke, sometimes I always say poverty is the enemy of progress. Being broke is so painful because you want to do things but your finances just does not enable you to do these things. So tip number one in terms of how to manage that pounds, those coins, those notes when at university is to learn how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, go to your mother's house to learn how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, go to your auntie's house, to your father's house, to your friend that knows how to cook, but learn how to cook. If you know how to cook, you will save those money. You will save those pounds. You will save it very well because learning how to cook enables you to cook a lot for little. And you need to get into the habit of preparing a variety of dishes on the weekend so that you don't get bored during the week. Because I know how it is. You've gone to lecture, you're tired, you just want to calm, put something in the microwave or in the oven and just eat it. But if you pre-prep on the weekend, learning how to cook in batches, putting them in Tupperware takeaway, putting them in the fridge or freezer, and when you come back, you'll be okay. So learn how to cook because it's so important. Because how much takeaway are you going to really eat in the time that you're in university? Takeaway is so expensive, and let's face it, nothing beats a beautiful home cooked meal cooked by yours truly, yourself. Tip number two in terms of how to manage those coins when at university is learning to live on a budget. Some people are fortunate enough to have their parents give them an allowance. Others are not so fortunate. When I was back at university, there was a thing called the hardship fund, which my university had. I know many other universities had similar schemes whereby if you didn't have enough money to survive, they will pretty much assess your circumstances, looking through your bank statements and offer you a certain amount to survive until you got your next loan. Now, some people have loans, but again, your loan can only cover so much. You've got to pay your rent, you've got to pay your bills, you've got to pretty much survive, and it may not be enough. Therefore, give yourself a budget, a set allowance, whether it's £120 a month, but you've got to say to yourself, okay, I'm only going to spend £10 a week or £20 a week, but that's got to last me per week for the month. We all know there's 4 weeks in a month, so however you choose to spread out that £120 is your business. But you have to learn to live on a budget until you get your next allowance the next month, which is another £120. But giving yourself a budget enables you to learn to live within your means. Again, my mother has this saying, learn to cut your coat according to your size. Just because Sade is spending £50 to go shop in Tesco does not mean you need to go spend £50. Same way Sade is spending that £50, that's how you can go spend even £15 in Aldi. So giving yourself a budget is so critical. Tip number three is to make the budget supermarkets like Aldi and Lidl your best friend. Make them your best friend though. Forget Waitrose. I don't know if you guys are balling like that, or Sainsbury's, but you're not king of Abu Dhabi shop. Learn to make the budget supermarkets your best friend because they will save you so much money. I am talking from experience here. Aldi, we thank God for you. Lidl, we thank God for you. If you know Aldi and Lidl is not to your liking, learn to make it to your liking. Furthermore, learn to, if you just love the Tesco's, you love the Asda's or the Morrisons, learn to use their basic range. Because if you use their basic range, instead of saying you're going to pay 50p for noodles, you can get noodles for 10 or 15p. I know since recession, price of noodles has gone up, but these are just examples of the kind of things you have to take into perspective, how you can save money. So being able to eat, live well, but also have some money in your pocket. Tip number four for learning to manage your finances is to cut out any unnecessary spend. Your mother, your father, whoever sent to university did not send you to university to be always looking lit or looking good. That is not what they sent you to do. They sent you to university so that you can learn to gain some new skills and knowledge in an area whereby you can be a specialist in something. It's not about going to university now and okay, you have to be spending to be looking good, you have to be on point. My friend, that is not running away from you. Let's be real, fashion is like history. It repeats itself. What may be in today may be out tomorrow, but will come back in next week. Okay, maybe not next week, but the season after. Just learn to recycle your clothes. Learn to be creative. Learn not to give a damn about always looking good for people, because at the end of the day, that's not what they sent you to uni for. They sent you to uni to gain knowledge and to pass and to be successful in life. So learn to recycle your clothes. If you're struggling for style ideas, go on useful apps like Pinterest, go on the gram. There's so much tips out there on how you can piece things together to make yourself look good if looking good is so important to you. I get it, some people it's all about their looks, but at the end of the day, looks is not what's going to make you pass the exam, okay? And my final top tip on how to manage those coins, those notes, when you are feeling broke at university is to get a job. Get a part-time job, whether it's you being a student guide at your university, whether it's you working at your student union or at your local Tesco, Aldi, whatever it is, get a part-time job. As long as you're able to manage working part-time alongside your studies, you know you'll be able to get some extra dosh in your pocket. So those are my 5 top tips on how to manage your finances when feeling hell of a broke at university. Please leave your comments below, like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know your thoughts on this video. Till next time, have a good one.